So I've watched people, just kind of treat me like, or say or talk about life, like why why don't you just why don't you just move on with life and live and let be and just do your own thing, and just not worry about it. Well, that's easy for you to say. That's easy for you to say when you don't know what's going on. That's easy for you to say when you're not the one that has to move on with life. Knowing what's happening to your devices, what can happen, knowing that your rights are being violated, knowing that you're always going to be watched until you stop talking. And actually, probably forever, even if you get married. If you have a tech savvy wife or partner, and then he or she goes online and says, "What's this? I ran a trace route on our traffic. What is this? Do you see what's going on here?" Or you get no fly, listed, whatever, and it's happened to people. So you've got a situation where we live in a society and a system now where we're all okay as long as we play by the rules. We can go ahead and play in the ant farm. But we don't have the freedom to crawl out of that ant farm. Not really. We have to become just like them. And be the same kind of corrupt people. If we want any kind of different and know what we know at the same time. And people that have tried to step out of line with them have just gotten killed. So, as far as I'm concerned, we don't live in a normal. We don't live in a free society. It's free, but it's not. It's not free like we think it is anymore. It's not. It's compromised. And the moment you find that out, your whole world changes. And you can't go back to living a normal life, the same way. Life is not, it's no longer the same at that point. Life becomes about, how can I be free? How can I say what I want to say and be free? How can I make sure that I stop these people from controlling me and from monitoring me when I don't want them to? It becomes about, well, that YubiKey was delayed. Now I want to make my own. So I know that there's nothing on it. That's what life becomes about. Life becomes about, I'm learning programming languages, or gonna be, so I can control everything. So I can control my environment. So I can go walk around and do whatever I want to do. So I can catch them and report them, so they can lose interest in me and realize they barked up the fucking wrong tree. And if they don't like me for it and they decide, well, we don't like that fucking one got away, we're just gonna take him out. So fucking what? At least I die free. That's what the fuck I feel about that. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my life back. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take my rights back. And if they try to stop me, I'm gonna make sure they get caught for it. So I'm trying to take the advice of some wise ones around me. Okay. So I realized that at the same time, I still have to live my life and go about my business. And I can't just sit around and, say, well, fuck, this sucks. I'm kind of compromised here. The world is going to burn. The Terminators are going to take over and nobody knows it. But I do. Somebody has to do something. And what these people are trying to do is they're trying to stop anybody who has anything to say. Because all they care about is lining their fucking pockets. That's what they care about. They care about lining their pockets no matter what the cost. They care about hitting the go button and letting the program run. And fuck what happens. We'll find out later. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. I think it's okay to talk about some boundaries, and they're not doing that. They're not talking about boundaries with their data. In fact, they just want to take it all. And with multiple terms of service, like I said, that's exactly what they're doing. Read what you're signing. What you're signing when you scroll down is them saying, literally, you will not hold us accountable for any immoral actions. Do you realize that? Do you scroll down and read what you're signing? They are literally saying, if we do something immoral, you won't hold us accountable. Do you agree? If we do something wrong to you, you agree not to hold us accountable. That's called moral turpitude, and it is punishable in a court. It is punishable by law. So they're essentially saying, if we do something so fucked up that it becomes against the law, you agree not to pursue us in court. Oh, and by the way, what you're also signing is with, we have multiple partners that we do business with, and their terms of service say that also through their proprietary software, they own whatever goes through there too that belongs to you. Because that's what they say. They say that whatever goes through our network, basically, it belongs to us. Not you anymore. If it's got your name on it, if it's your intellectual property, well, we may say that you have copyrights, but if you read the fine print, it actually belongs to us. If we want it to be. If we want to say that it's going through our proprietary software, it belongs to us. In some way, we aren't responsible for what our data partners do. Even though we make deals behind your back with them. But if what's that? Oh, it's not a responsibility. You didn't read their fine print and merge it with ours. Like we said, what they do, it doesn't matter. It doesn't impact us. So you've got all of these terms of service working together to take your data, to take your rights, to essentially take your life away. If the government sees Sally or Joe create something that's absolutely amazing, they say, snatch, thanks. That's what's happening in this world right now.